Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. I'm going to start off with a very special chain of emails that we have been getting, and these emails are addressed to our, can I just say, Sevadars at the channel itself. And we welcome all these emails from all of you too. And I'll be reading to you one or two emails today and then share with you some of the wisdom that Sri GurGyan Sahib Ji talks about, and also some of the wisdom that has been shared by our advisors on the channel and all our wise people and Gyanijis and Kathakars, especially by Sapai Ram Singh Ji. But for the first two emails that I'm going to read to you, they're actually very simple because they have been kept as a showcase, as an example that which you can also use. So write to us on our emails, or maybe you want to just send a message on Facebook or just Twitter over. Because we all have issues, we all have questions sometimes. And when we don't know where to turn to, when we don't know who to look for, when we don't know who can assist us, then it becomes a painful moment. So I read to you today this email from, her name is, okay, we'll try and keep all the names anonymous to protect the innocent, if I can use that term. But she writes, my husband has been out of job for the last 13 months, and the family is finding it a lot of pain and difficulty to sustain our monthly household expenses. What, if anything, can we do as Gursikhs to see a change in our financial situation? She writes all the way from a different part of states, in fact America. She writes here and she says, my husband has been out of job for the last 13 months. Is that something that you can advise, or a shabad that you can give us that we can look forward to, and hopefully he gets a good job and hopefully the finances of the family comes back onto the right path? Now the answer that we have been given is, as far as possible we will try to give as little of our own wisdom. And this is something that's very good about the channel, that most of the feedback that we give and most of the answers that we share with you have been selected from verses in the Sri GurGyan Sahib Ji, from the teachings of Sri GurGyan Sahib Ji. And you know who you are. I will not say your name on this live channel itself, but you know who you are. And for the rest of us who also have similar issues, maybe the same answer can be applicable. So our leaders basically have, our advisors have given us two little shabads that basically you should try and recite if you can, as much as possible. And the first one talks about Jeko hove dubla nang pukh ki peed damada pale na pave na ko deve tir, and swarat swao na ko kare na kich hove kaj, but chit ave us par brahm ta nechal hove raj. In this Shabad, actually it's a very long Shabad. I'll just take a few minutes to share with you the overview of this Shabad, because this Shabad is beautiful. It's by the 5th Guru, Sri Guru Arjan Dev Ji. And the way I look at the answer that has been given, it has been targeted for this particular need, where she writes, my husband needs a job, we need financial help, we need financial abundance. But the nice thing about this Shabad, it's by the way, by the 5th Master, Sri Guru Arjan Dev Ji. He just does not talk about the lack of finances or financial deficiency. He says there are 4 major issues that you, the user, you, the listener, can have in your lives. And maybe if you want to relate to any of these and get the solution, he says in the first part, Janko mushkil at bane, toi koi na de, lagu hoye dushmana, saak be bhaj khale, and sabo bhaje asra, chuke sab asrao, chit ave us par brahm lage na tatti vav. Now tatti vav, if you ironically remember, Sri Guru Arjan Dev Ji had to sit on a hot plate. He had hot sand poured over him, and then he was boiled in hot boiling water. And sitting on that very hot plate, when Sai Mia Mir Ji came to him and said, give me the order and I shall stop all these things that they are doing to you. I shall make sure your life will go back to normal. But Sri Guru Arjan Dev Ji answered him and said, no, Sai Ji, I know you are a very highly spiritual being too, but we should all learn to live in the will of God. And that's why at that point, sitting on the hot plate, he says, Tera kiya meetha lage, har naam padarat nanak mange. Because he had reached a state of being, a state of elevation, where Jako mushkil at bane, in the Shabad, like he mentions, nothing else is needed except chit ave us par brahm. If I summarize the first part. So it says, Janko mushkil at bane. If your life is full of terrible hardships, you are confronted by hardships, and toi koi na de, nobody wants to help you. You have no support left. Lagu hoy dushmana. Your enemies are coming closer. You are now surrounded by your enemies. Saak be bhaji khale. All your relatives have deserted you. If you think that's bad enough, next line says, Sabo Pajayasra. Total support. No support is left for you. All support is gone. Chuke sabasrao, and you knocked on every door. All hope is gone. No one wants to open the door. Now, maybe you and I have not been in these situations. Maybe you know someone who has been in this situation. Tell them there is a solution. Maybe you need this solution. And Guruji says, even in these difficult times, chit ave us par brahm, lage na tati. Wow. If at that point you can close your eyes, connect yourself to the superpower being God, chit ave us par brahm, and lage na tati. Wow. No hot winds, no difficult moment can touch you. Because jo nar dukh mein dukh nahi mane. We'll discuss that Shabad in a minute. But coming back to this, why does God help us? Because Sahib nitaniya ka taan aaye na jai tir sada gur shabdi sach jaan. And Guruji says something very beautiful. God is our perfect master. He's always there for you. And in the second part, I go to the question that has been given. The lady says, my husband needs a job. We have lack of finances, we need help. And Guruji says, Jeko hove dubla. If you're weakened by the pains of hunger and poverty, nang puk ki peed, damada palle na pave, no money in your pocket, nako deve tir, no one wants to give you a comfort. Swarat swav nako kare. Exactly what the letter wrote, that you don't even have a job anymore. You go and apply for jobs, you give all the applications, nothing comes out. Na kich hove kaj, no work. But Guruji says there is still hope, because chit ave us par brahm ta nechal hove raj. You shall become richer than the richest kings around you. You will have abundance in your life. You will have joy. You will have never a shortage of money, income or anything. And that's the answer for today. This Shabad has two more parts, which is relevant to something else. And I'll speak about that maybe in another session. But I hope our Penji, who has written all the way from America, this very first email, I hope recite this Shabad. Remember the name of God at all times. Do as much seva, simran, satsang. And we are very sure, ta nechal hove raj. Abundance will come to you. You shall be richer than the richest kings. May you be blessed too. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh.
Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Fateh. Welcome to our show. Thank you for being with us. In this segment of the show, we're going to be talking about health matters. Things and issues that matter to health will matter on this show. And we are going to talk about health. When we talk about health, we're looking at 4 components of health. And these 4 components are physical health, mental health, emotional health, and above all, physical health. Emotional health is very directly linked to mental health. As for spiritual health is concerned, it is very closely linked to mental health and emotional health. A sound mental and emotional health will give birth to a good, sound spiritual health. But all would be devoid if there's no physical health. All in all these 4 components are equally important in getting a good health. Now, when we also talk of health, we're looking at lifestyle, because lifestyle is directly linked to our health. The state of our health depends on our lifestyle. Now, over the last decades, over the last 50, 60, 80 years or so, man has progressed so much, man has achieved so much, man have gained so much. But in this process, consciously or unconsciously, we have also lost a great deal. And what we have lost amongst all is health. Now, we have heard of this saying, a healthy body builds a healthy mind. And this is so very true. Now, what has happened? What has changed? What has caused all these changes? Now, with all this progress that has come along our way, we also see a rise in diabetes. We also see a rise in high blood pressure. We see a rise in cancers all over the world, and it's not in any one significant part of the world, but it's all over the world. There's also a rise on heart diseases. There is a rise on drug abuse, drug-related diseases. Now all this is on the rise and is still rising, and will go on to rise. Now, why has all this happened? Simply because there has been a drastic change in our lifestyle. The changes in our lifestyle is very tremendous. This tremendous changes has brought about tremendous differences. Recently, we have been through the swine flu, which was reported to have started somewhere in Mexico, and within days it was all over the world. Now, what brings about all these diseases? What brings about the spread of all these viral infections, these bacterial infections, these cancer problems that we have in our society? Now, this is where we're going to look deeply into what we are doing, what we should have been doing, and what we were doing. And we're going to try to connect that with what Guru Maharaj has got to say in Gurbani. And then we're going to assess ourselves. What are we doing? Are we doing the right thing? And what should we be doing? Now, health is something that concerns all of us. That's why this TV channel has made an effort to bring this program to you. Now, when we talk of health, it is only right that we talk about the benefits of exercises. What are the things that bring a change to health? Now, the most important things that bring a change to our health are exercises and a healthy diet. Why do we need exercises? We need exercises because we are no more in that age where we were doing things manually. We are no more walking to stores. We are no more walking to visit our friends or to go to the temple or the Gurdwara. We now drive in our luxury cars. We no more cycle. We fly. We take the train. We no more sit around and pray together as a family. We sit and we watch TV as a family. We don't eat healthy food. We eat unhealthy food. We eat fast foods. We drink that we should not be drinking. And all this has brought down our health status. Now let's look at the benefits of exercise. Why do we need to exercise before we look into the benefit of exercise? Because there's simply no activity in our lives anymore. Now if you look at the human body, the body is designed in such a way, it has got 206 bones and more than 620 muscles, and our body, the human body, articulates so well, it is designed but to move. But when that movement is reduced, then diseases start setting in. If the body is not maintained, it's not kept in motion, it's not kept fit, naturally it's going to be diseased. As the saying goes, chalti ka naam gadi. Now we need to exercise, and when we exercise, we're going to be bringing upon ourselves a lot of benefits. In 6 weeks, we can change our lifestyle. In 6 weeks, we can escape from death, so to speak. Meters, 50 meters, 60 meters. Now that's the kind of activity we are talking about. We are not talking about at 70 years old, you're just sitting at your home and rocking in your chair and watching the serials on TV. No, that's not the kind of lifestyle we want. Remember, change your lifestyle and you change your health status. And that can only happen if you change your thinking. Change your thinking, change your life. Now, do I want to spend the rest of my life being a burden? Or do I want to spend the rest of my life contributing? I have contributed, but I still want to contribute more. So I've got a whole lot more to give. Now, am I going to let that go to waste? So the only way we can let that happen and make that happen, we're not going to just let it happen, we're going to make it happen, is by keeping ourselves in shape. And the only way we can keep ourselves in shape is by having a healthy lifestyle. And what includes in the healthy lifestyle is exercising regularly and having a healthy diet. And having a healthy diet would mean eating what we should and not eating what we shouldn't. And this is where we have lots of guides from doctors, from scientists, from researchers, and above all from Guru Maharaj. And Guru Maharaj has put it in very simple sentences, in a very simple message, which we will be sharing with you as we go along. Now what Guru Maharaj has got to say about healthy lifestyle, and what is the kind of lifestyle we should be living or should be having, and which includes exercise, which would include a healthy diet. Now amongst other benefits of exercise, people who are regular with their exercises, they sleep well. People who are regular with their exercises, they have a good digestive system. And as most people in their later ages suffer from constipation, but people who exercise regularly, just don't seem to suffer from constipation. They also have a good digestive system. They enjoy their food, they enjoy their meals, and they also enjoy the exercises. So healthy lifestyle is all about exercising, and exercising is all about keeping our heart in shape. Now, a lot of studies and research has been done in a 10-week program that was run by some researchers. Now, a lot of subjects were put to a 10-week running program, and what was found at the end of that 10-week running program, the cardiac output increased by 150%. The heart became stronger. The mass of the heart increased by close to 120%. Simply means your heart has become bigger and stronger. So a bigger the heart, the more blood volume that's going to be pumped out with one contraction. Now if the heart can pump more blood in one contraction, that means it would require to pump less in a certain time. That's where the heart rate comes in. So the heart rate starts dropping down. So you start having a healthy heart rate. Now you must have heard of John Bob, a tennis player. In his prime, his heart rate was 38 beats per minute. Now most people who play tennis or who do other forms of exercise and sports whereby they are involved in aerobic activities, they've got a heart rate which can be as low as 48 beats per minute. And we are looking at having a heart rate which is slightly below than 72, or even if we can maintain a heartbeat of 72, we are good. We're in good health. Now that's what we want to move towards to. And to get the heart to move like that or to work like that, that's where the body comes in. We need our legs, we need our lower body, we need our upper body. So we need a lower body workout, we need an upper body workout. So let's recap what we have gone through in the last 2 episodes. What exercise can do for us. It can improve our muscle power. When our muscle power improves, our muscle bulk improves. It will take care of all the pains and aches in our body. The muscles, strong muscles, will hold our joints well, especially our knees and our back. Most people have back problems. Now it is known, it's a known fact around the world that next to the common cold is the back problem that is highest on the list, that causes a lot of people to stay away from work. A lot of work time is lost because of back pain. Now that happens because the abdominal muscles and the back extensor muscles are weak, and the core muscles, the muscles that are inside, they are just not doing what they're supposed to do simply because we are not training them. And when we don't train them, they become weak. And when they become weak, then the spine becomes a little unstable. So with our daily activities, we may be as simple as lifting up a pen from the floor and we get a backache. Why? Muscles are just not strong enough to do a simple activity like that. So friends, that's where exercises come in. A healthy lifestyle comes in. We have to exercise regularly. We have to exercise as what we should be doing, and above all, it should be known that for all those of you out there listening, it would be recommended to get checked by a physician and make sure you're ready for an exercise program. Do not start on any exercise program if you have any health complications like heart problems, like diabetes. You would need special exercise that would be tailored specially for you. There are special exercise programs for people with diabetes. There are special exercise programs for people who have got high blood pressure. There are special exercise programs for people who have got heart diseases. So we want to be a bit cautious. We want to be cautious if you have got any complications. But if you don't have any complications, you can start on an exercise program. Start easy, start light, go easy, start low, go slow, and build yourself up. Who knows, in the next coming 6 months, you may be running a marathon like Fauja Singh. Don't be surprised. It's very possible. You can do it. It only takes 6 weeks to condition your body, to prepare it for higher levels of intensity. Well, this is all that we have in this episode to share with you. In the coming episodes, we're going to be talking about some common problems and how these benefits of exercise relate to these problems of diabetes, high blood pressure, and heart diseases and things like that. So till we meet again, happy healthy living. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh.